Pod Caviar episode 3. Motherfucker, this is Tony, aka Not Having It, in the Game Caviar studio. I know I said Game Caviar. Listen, I know I plug my other caviars for my Cavamaniacs. I'm telling you, look, this is the reason why I call this the Game Caviar studio is because, like I said before, Game Caviar was the beginning. Without Game Caviar, there wouldn't be Pod Caviar or Sports Caviar, or there'd probably be Shirt Caviar. But anyway, first of all, if you haven't subscribed to Pod Caviar, please do so. We are now on SoundCloud. So now we are on iTunes Podcast, Google Play, and now SoundCloud, Pod Caviar. You can find it on any of those, and you can listen. When you listen, please subscribe, and that's it. You know, then every time I upload a podcast, you will be notified. That's the biggest thing. Like, you don't have to listen to it. I don't give a shit. You know, listen to it whenever you want to fucking listen to it. Skip a couple episodes. Who cares? But hit the subscribe so you know exactly that it's been posted and that there's new content available. But yeah, like I said, this is the Game Caviar studio, and probably tomorrow I will get back on Game Caviar. I was playing some games last night. Call of Duty still pissed me off, but it is what it is. I play the game just to play the game and to do something. I'm not what's called a sweaty. They call them a sweaty, you know, and there's these people that they just play the game and they play the game for hours on end, and they eat Doritos and chicken tenders and they drink Mountain Dew, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, that's cool. I'm not one of those people. I play more casually now. And that's what it is. But yeah, this is Pod Caviar episode 3. Episode 2 was awesome. Episode 1 was awesome. I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. And I went back to the music from the first episode, which is EVA Rear View. You can find that on Bandcamp. And of course, it's royalty-free music. So I like it. Fuck it. Whatever. You know, it is what it is. One thing that I changed now is that for this episode, I actually have a list of shit that I want to talk about. This is Saturday night here in Middle Georgia, February. What is today's date? February 24th, and it was like 80 degrees today, so really good. Of course, I'm from Maryland, up north, coming down south. Joined the Air Force when I graduated high school. They sent me here. Big ass culture shock. People down south are so much friendlier than up north, and that's fine. The biggest thing is the weather is so much better down here. When I tell you, listen, I'm gonna get close to the mic. We have been in the 70s and 80s for the past like week and a half, fam, and it's not gonna stop. This is February. We in February. We about to hit March. If it's warm in March, winter is dead, son. It's dead, fam. And I'm a summer guy. My birthday is in January, but I grew up north in the winter. I'm tired of seeing snow. I'm tired of seeing blizzards. I'm tired of seeing ice. I'm tired of all that bullshit, okay? If I get to the point where I'm rich enough to go to a cabin in the winter where I don't have to worry about any of that shit. Like, I like seeing snow, but I don't like interacting with snow, okay? I hate that shit. I don't like cold temperatures. I already deal with depression as is. The winter makes it even worse. When it's warm, I want to get out. I want to get out of the house. I want to go do shit. When it's cold, I don't even want to get out of bed. It amplifies it. Winter amplifies it. And daylight savings time is just, or standard time. Which one is it? Which one is standard time and which one is daylight savings time? Which one are we in now? Either way, it needs to be abolished. That fucking orange maniac in the White House needs to do one thing good. Get rid of this bullshit where we change time. Some states don't even have it. Some countries don't have it. I think there's a lot of countries that don't even fuck with it. Some states don't even fuck with it. And we can get rid of this shit. We can do this. I'm not going to get political. I will say that there was a... You could probably hear some shit in the background. Those are my neighbors. Don't mind them. There was a shooting in Florida. School shooting. Well, without getting too political of it, I'm just going to tell you this right now. Nothing's going to happen. Our government is ineffective. It's full of shit. They would rather get paid than to do their job. I want things to happen. I want changes to happen. But I don't think it's going to happen. And that sucks. They don't have to deal with that shit. They don't have to worry about their kids getting possibly shot up in a school. I do. My kids go to public school. 17 kids. You know? This happened in Florida. I'm in Georgia. What if it happened here? You know? I would lose my shit. Are you kidding me? I love my kids. But, you know, if you're looking for your government in America to do something, I think in the next couple years, it'll change. And all these motherfuckers who are ineffective and just take money will be gone. Or be flushed out for the most part. Or they'll die because they've been in Senate and they've been in the government for like 20 years and they're all 90. But right now, it's not going to happen. The future looks bright, though. I want to be optimistic about this. And I am being optimistic about it. Fuck it. I just don't understand. When I grew up, it was Columbine. And everybody was like, holy shit. You got to understand. I am 34 years old. I grew up through Columbine. I grew up through the first World Trade Center bombing. I grew up through 9/11. And the world is changed. The world has changed. And I saw something on Reddit. Shout out to Reddit because I stay on Reddit. They have a thing where, you know, you have Generation X, Generation Y. They have a generation called like Zennials or some shit. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. But while I'm gonna talk while I'm looking it up because I might be wrong and I might be right. It's 50-50. Zennials, basically, what it is you have a generation that grew up with an analog childhood and a digital adulthood, and that's me. Okay, Zennial is people born from 77 to 83. I was born in 1984. And it is accurate that I did have, as you can, and I talked about this in episode 1, but I did have an analog childhood, but now I have a digital adulthood. So, I am a Zennial, but at the same time, I lived through, like I said, Columbine, the World Trade Center bombing, Oklahoma City. Let's not forget about that. And 9/11. There are a lot of things that our government just dropped the ball on, man. They did. And it sucks because innocent people died. And the World Trade Center, the Twin Towers were my favorite structures ever. And I planned on, once I graduated high school, I didn't graduate until 2002. And they were gone by then, unfortunately. I planned on going there and visiting them and touring them and touring the city. I'm looking at a statue of the Twin Towers right now on my right below my TV on my shelf that I mounted to the wall. There's a really good, it's on Amazon Video. I don't have the name of it right now, but there's A really good special that really it it explained 9/11 really. I know I'm saying really a lot, but I've been drinking, so fuck you. It happens. It explained 9/11 and it broke it down in simplest terms. Basically, the CIA and the FBI didn't talk to each other, and that really, really let 9/11 happen. It allowed it to happen, and it's tragic. I hate that it happened. I really wanted them to rebuild the towers. The Freedom Tower is beautiful. I will go and see it. I'm not gonna hate on that. And after 9/11, it really it allowed our country to show that we can come together when we really need to. Because let's be honest, America is like we have it good over here. We're Americans. We have it good over here. And let's take the racial shit out of it. Let's take the economic shit out of it, the social status shit out of it. We have it really good over here. Nobody's drinking out of a fucking river. There's no commercial that gets shown in other countries about just 60 cents a day. 60 cents a day. You can adopt an American refugee or a little child and help them eat. Like we eat like this. This country is huge. And I know we have homeless people, and I know we have people that are just ass the fuck out, and I get that, and it sucks for them, and it's bad. But as a country in general, a lot of us, most of us have it really good. And there are things, this is what I was saying a couple minutes ago, is that these people, these motherfuckers in government, they just take money from lobbyists and shit, and they're gonna die, or they're gonna get voted out, and they're gonna go, and we're gonna have we're gonna have a new influx of people who are more in tune with what's going on in the country right now. Mark my words. There was something I also read on Reddit that said that the Constitution and the amendments were only supposed to be, that they were recommended to be only effective for a certain number of years, so that when a new generation came in, they can change it to that the Constitution is more relevant with what's going on in the country. I agree with that. And if you listen to the first episodes, I think outside of the box. I think that everything should have a time limit. I don't give a fuck whether it's a relationship, marriage. Marriages should not be until death do us part. I'm divorced, so, if you look at me crazy because I'm divorced, fuck you, okay? This is life, man. This is life. Nobody is perfect. If you tell me that you get married to somebody to death do you part, then that means you expect perfection. You expect us to complete this and go forth, and no matter what, you're going to complete this. Fuck that shit. If I was still with my ex, we would probably end up in a murder-suicide. I shit you not. But the thing that matters the most is that we're both for our kids. Like, we take care of our kids and everything. But at the same time, just like the Constitution should be reviewed every so often, there should be terms for senators or whatever, these fucking old motherfuckers in Congress. Fuck them. They should go. Everything should have a time limit. Marriage. You want to get... I mean, they do it in sports. They do it in fucking sports. How many times have you seen a motherfucker get signed for a 5-year deal, or a 1-year deal, or a 3-year deal, or even a 30-day contract? I mean, what the fuck? Is it outside of your... Suspend disbelief for a second. Would you consider a 3-year or 5-year contract for marriage, and at the end of that contract you sit down and you negotiate, look, I want this, I want that. If you can't come to a fucking agreement, then you fucking get divorced. No harm, no foul. Fuck them. Fuck that. Go on with your lives, especially if you're somebody like me who got married when you were young, like we're like my ex and I are the same age, but we got married when we were like 21. So, anyway, I don't know. I have a fucking list of shit that I want to talk about. Besides that, all right. So, I'm gonna save that for the last. But right now, I'm gonna talk about the Winter Olympics are going on right now, and a lot of people will say that, oh, we don't care about the Winter Olympics. We don't care about the Winter Olympics. I care. I do. I don't, but I do. What I want to talk about is that the U.S. won the women's hockey team. Big shout out to them. They won gold against Canada in hockey, and that match was unbelievable. So when I come home from work, I get off at midnight, so I work night shift. And I get home from midnight, and the game is on, and they're playing, and then it went to a shootout. Like, America was down, and I was like, fuck. So it went to a shootout, and then America ended up winning, and then you get that pride. You have that you have that country pride. And there's some people who think they're so cool that they don't care about America or whatever. I'm not one of those people. Like, I care about my country, but I understand how people want to protest the anthem and the flag or whatever. But right there, when I was watching that, it wasn't about race. It wasn't about discrimination. It wasn't about economic status. It wasn't political. It was women. And normally, I'm not gonna just okay, listen. It was USA versus Canada in the Winter Olympics. The women's teams went together and the USA won. All right. I was excited. I was unbelievable. I grabbed my dog. He was asleep and shit. And I grabbed him. I was like, you fucking, he's a wiener dog, a Dachshund. He's German. Like, their breed is from Germany. And I was like, you German motherfucker. You could never. And I'm like fucking like in his face. And I'm like, USA, 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 you motherfucking German. I don't even see you motherfuckers here. He didn't understand what was going on, but he's used to it. Because I talk to him more than I talk to people. It sounds like animal abuse, but it's not. Like, he's good. He's fine. I was just talking shit, whatever. But when I specialize women, here's why I did that. In America, women have been shit on because they are seen as inferior. They are seen as shut up and get in the kitchen and cook or clean or do this or do that. Like, you are not on the same level as a man. But that's not true. Women, there are certain jobs that women can do. Look, I'm gonna be honest. There's certain things that men do better than women. There's certain things that women do better than men. Okay, as far as jobs go. And that's not because they just have a pair of tits. It's because it is what it is. That's just, there are jobs that and it goes both ways. I'm not shitting on women at all. But I think that the whole, you're just a woman, you need to go do this and that, and then the whole Mad Men persona needs to go away. And it's going away. And it's not gone completely, but it is moving in that direction. I don't give a fuck. We can have a women president. We can have a women CEO. We can have a women hockey team. We can have I guarantee you. Look, I saw that shit and I was just happy that they won and that it's good for our country and that it wasn't like, I guarantee you there's some dudes out there that hated the fact that there are people out there that hate seeing women be free and express and doing shit that guys do. They hate on women because they're stuck in that old mind frame. And that's wrong. That is wrong. And when I say that there's still a division of some things that guys do better than women and some things that women do better than men. You know, I'm not shitting on women, but I'm just being real, you know? And there's also the thing that I learned is that you want to say women because women are like you're talking about humans when you say women. As far as females, when you say females, then you can the females is like you're talking about like animals and shit, so that's disrespectful to women. I'm really like trying to get out of saying females, and I don't want to. It's just weird, you know. It's weird, but I'm happy for them. USA all the way. They fucking did it. My question is, what do they do in between Winter Olympics? Like, there's no. I don't follow NHL, so I don't think there's like a women's National Hockey League. But fuck, man, they won the gold. They won a fucking gold medal in the Winter Olympics against Canada, which is like a big rivalry for them. I know the men had the miracle on ice when they went against Russia and shit, but I mean, that's crazy. I'm all for it, man. Fuck it. I love it. It's already 22 minutes. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about? Some of this shit is going to be cut. Let's see. The creative process. The creative process. What is my creative process? My creative process is slow and methodical. Everything that I do is not something that I just do. I'm in my mind a lot. I can create on the spot. I am artistic. I do have an art degree in graphic design. It's a bachelor's degree. Shameless plug. I know. If you're offended, kiss my ass. Whatever. I did it. So I'm going to talk about it. But I want to be not. I know it's not going to be perfect, but I don't want to put out a shit product. I don't want to do something that is not below my standards because I don't want to hear it. I listen to all my podcasts. I listen to, even when I did music, art, I still do art. Caviar.com, buy some t-shirts. When I did YouTube videos, Game Caviar, Google it. It's on YouTube. Watch some videos. When I do this, Pod Caviar, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. It's just, I do it, and I've talked about this shit for months and months and months, but I don't just talk about it. I'm always constantly thinking about how I can tweak this, tweak that, tweak this, tweak that. And I watch videos and I do the research. And then when I do it, I want to make sure that it is acceptable. This is acceptable. This is not perfect. This is not on the level that I want to be, but I'm getting towards that. What did I say last episode? I said even a half step forward is a step forward. It's not going to happen overnight. You're just going to have to keep working on it. And I keep working on this, and I'm proud of this. The feedback that I've gotten is so positive, and I'm so glad. And I think that if I just went out there and did it, it wouldn't have been so positive. But the fact that, listen, if you go on YouTube and look up Game Caviar, go to my page and go look at my first couple videos, and they were shit. But if you go from the first video and you watch all the way up to current videos, you will see my progression, and you will see that I'm consistently moving and taking steps forward and becoming better. That's what it is. That's the whole creative process. It goes from YouTube to Shirt Caviar, where I'm designing t-shirts and I'm going through things in my life. So I express it through art, and you can see it in my designs, and you just go from there, man. Like, I make designs, and I wear my shirts around town, and people will ask me like, yo, what's that shirt? Like, yo, that's cool. Where'd you get that shirt from? And I tell them, and they're like, wow, really? It comes from, as far as the designs go, it goes from going to school for graphic design and actually living through and going through a lot of shit, because divorce is not easy. It's not. And that affected me, and instead of it letting it consume me, I put it in my art, and I delivered. and I'm still delivering, and I keep going and going and going, and I'm not gonna stop until I'm dead. Like when you put me in a casket, like I complete goals, I set goals, and I complete them, and that's just how I live. It's me. That's just me, and I appreciate all the support that I have. Listen, there's been a lot of motherfuckers who've been in my life who've been absolute shit, and I've had to get rid of them, especially in the past 2 years. The people that I talk to right now, they know me, they support me, I support them, we support each other, and it is what it is, man. Like, I'm not some elitist. There are people on the outside who look at who I interact with or who I have on my team, and they're like, wow, why are you fucking with them? Why are you fucking with them? Why are you fucking with them? And it's like, I don't have to explain shit. They're on my team because I trust them, and I have love for them, and they understand me, and I understand them, and we might not have walked the same path, but we are similar paths. And you have to know about the struggle. You have to know about that. I'd like to surround myself with people who have really been knocked the fuck down and have gone through some shit and have the strength to get the fuck up and keep going, because they understand it's not something that needs to be discussed. You don't have to discuss it. You know it. It comes out through normal discussion or late night discussions where you have a bottle of fucking liquor, vodka, bourbon, or whatever, and you just sit down and you talk and you just bond, and it doesn't matter whether you have a dick or a fucking vagina or tits or whatever. It doesn't matter. You go through the same shit, you bond, and I'm accepting. Like, I accept people. I want to learn about people. I want to meet people and just people who have gone through shit. I've gone through shit. Everybody's gone through shit. You have to vibe through the people who have gone through a struggle, and you can do that. And that's the people that I have on my team, and it helps. Fuck it, you know. But that's my creative process. I just, even with the podcast, I know I have a list this week, but the first 2 episodes I was just pretty much freestyling. Whatever I went through the week, that's what I talk about, and it works out. Because people like to hear the shit like this. People will relate to shit like this. Not everything, but it's entertaining. Listen, you gotta, if you're sitting here and you're listening to this, or you happen to hear this, or you happen to know me and you're thinking of doing some shit and you're worried about what people say, I'm going to tell you right now, people are going to shit on you. They're going to fucking talk shit. They're going to say disrespectful shit, no matter whether you're rich, whether you succeed, whether you fail, whether you're rich, whether you're poor. Look at like Kim Kardashian and shit. I'm not the biggest Kim Kardashian fan, but I mean, is she not winning? People talk shit about her all the time, but do those words affect her? I'm pretty sure there's been times where she's heard some shit and, you know, it may have gotten her down, but it hasn't stopped her. The point is, I don't give a fuck about what anybody has to say. Fuck people. I have what I want to do. I have my goals. I'm going to complete them. Of course, I'm extra. I'm wild. I wild out on not Instagram, but like social media here and there. I've really cut back on that. But I am me. I am me. You will not fit me into your box. I saw something earlier today, a video that said your limitations do not apply to me, and that's so true. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna succeed, period, because I don't have time to just sit around and do nothing. If I want to make a podcast, if I want to make shirts, if I want to make videos talking about video games, if I want to make a fucking movie, I'm going to do that. If I want to make music again, I can do that. Listen, I've done shit in my life. People don't understand, man. I've done so much and I've achieved so much, and I'm going to just keep doing it. One day I'm going to go, I don't know, one day maybe I'll go around and I'll be that motivational speaker. I would love to do that shit. I would absolutely love to do that shit because my story is different than anybody else's. Everybody is unique, but I still have a story. You have a story. You listen to this right now, you have a fucking story. Step out. You have a story, you have goals that you want to complete. Do it. Because I promise you, and it's just you and me here, nobody else, just you and me. I promise you that if you don't at least try and continuously try or take a half a step forward towards your goal, you will regret it. And regret it will burn your soul worse than anything else. Knowing that you had the chance to do something and you didn't do it. Trust me. Trust me. I know. Well, this is about 31 minutes. This has been Pod Caviar episode 3. I'm Tony, aka Not Having It. Of course, subscribe to this podcast. It is on iTunes. It's on Google Play. It is on SoundCloud now. Go check out my Game Caviar videos on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel. Go check out my designs, shirtcaviar.com, or search for Shirt Caviar on Facebook. It's there. They look beautiful. Everybody likes them. If you please buy them, I would appreciate that greatly. But like I said, it's Saturday night and I'm going to go party now. So thanks for listening and I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next week. I'm out.